This is the Popdown Podcast, and this week, Romario and I will be going through our predictions for which films will win come Sunday at the Oscars. We're not covering all the categories because that will be way too long and too many films to watch, so we're only going to go through a few. Yeah.
So when you watch a few, because she was lazy, I watched every single film. Not only I was nominated for the Oscars at every film that came out last year. Every film.
No one has that much time.
No one does.
So, first category is original song, and the nominees are Audition, The Fools Who Dream from La La Land, Can't Stop the Feeling from Trolls, City of Stars from La La Land again, The Empty Chair from Jim, The James Foley Story, and How Far I'll Go from Moana.
I think it's not fair that La La Land has 2 nominations in this category. It's not right, I guess you could say.
One per film, please.
Yeah, because like in the Best Supporting actor category, you don't usually see. I don't know if it's ever been done, but you don't usually see 2 characters from the same film nominated.
Yeah.
Maybe the Oscars were struggling for songs this year.
Maybe.
But I do think that of all the songs here, the one that will win and is my favorite is City of Stars, because I think that as it pertains to the narrative, this song is the most impactful within the film. Not only a good musical song within itself, but the narrative weight it carried within the film.
My favorite song, because I'm biased, is How Far I'll Go, because I love Moana. But I don't think it will win. I think
Because it was very cheesy.
it's a Disney song, okay? Like, they're cheesy.
Yeah.
But
Just let it go.
no. Let's not bring back Frozen. Frozen had its time to shine. It overstayed its welcome. Let Frozen die already.
Nah, Frozen had Let It Go was pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, as it pertains to Let It Go, I don't think it was very well mixed. It sounded like a demo, in my opinion. If you listen to the quality of Let It Go, it sounds like a demo.
I don't know these things.
It
But we're
sound
not
that good.
talking about like films from like every. We're talking about the Oscars for films from last year. And my pick for what will win is La La Land also, but it's Audition.
Why Audition? I don't think anyone sing Audition.
No, I cannot sing, and we do not need to let our listeners suffer hearing my terrible.
You know
singing
why
voice.
she's not saying it? Because she can't remember it. No one is gonna. No one remembers Audition. I bet you no one knows that this song is a song within the musical.
That was my favorite song from La La Land.
Everyone remembers City of Stars
Because it was in the trailer.
Exactly. That's how impactful the song is. Right?
I liked Audition.
I think that City of Stars is my favorite, and I think it's going to win.
Agree to disagree. But either way, if either one of those 2 songs wins, we'll still be right because it's from the same movie.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
They have a 2/5 chance of winning the Oscars. That's statistically unfair.
That doesn't mean they will win.
Maybe we'll see.
Moving on to the next category.
Which is production design, and in that category we have Arrival, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Hail Caesar, La La Land, and Passengers.
So how about you explain production design for those of us who don't know
Nobody
what
want
it
to know
is?
about production design. Who care about production design?
People who are interested in film.
Well, production design is the setting of the film and how that works toward the narrative. Alright, so it is where the film is set and how that is aesthetically dressed and fits the narrative. Some people disagree about costuming, but I think that production design also plays in with the costuming, because how those elements, visual elements, interact with each other determines how the emotion of a film would be received by an audience due to its visuals. So it's mostly how the set is made to look in reference to its narrative. It has to be historically correct. The props included as well. People don't like to include props as well, but that is in it, in my opinion. The way the props work as well with that narrative. And on a technical level, making sure that they're not anachronisms, meaning we can't have watches in the 1500s. Actually, no, that would not be an anachronism. We can't have people with wristwatches when Jesus is being crucified, for example. Right? Those kind of things play into the production design. Or on the other hand, perhaps it is a time traveling film, and to show that an individual has a watch. Yeah, something like that. Right? But production design, how pretty the film look, and in my opinion, well, what I think will win, and is also my favorite again, is La La Land.
Same.
Because it is just pretty. And
Very.
It fits with the kind of film. It is a musical, reminiscent of the MGM musicals, which were very pretty and very vibrant in this setting and the design.
Yeah. Well, since you included costuming in production design, I really liked how they dressed Emma Stone. Like, it kind of, well, it didn't, like, I don't want to say aged her a bit. It was like a little mature for her character, but it still kind of fit, I guess. Especially when she was going out and she was wearing like all these like really pretty dresses. I could use a better word than pretty, but like I just love how she was styled. And Ryan Gosling also.
Yes, I do agree. They did look very fantastic.
Yeah.
Because, and I mean fantastic in the sense that this is, to some degree, it's a film of fantasy. No one randomly feels happy and breaks into a choreographed dance in reality. It's very fanciful. It's fantastic. Right? And I think that worked along with that concept, that idea. The costuming worked well with that. Our good friends on Google said I'm right. People do include the things like the graphics and so on, the camera angles and costuming and lighting with production design. Although when you get on a set, films, the problem with these categories is that film is so collaborative, it's very difficult to break them up into what they are. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Right. I do think that La La Land is going to win it.
Same.
And I think that's because it is pretty. It's a film about actors in an organization that's mostly filled with actors.
Very much so. Well, Ryan Gosling is a jazz singer. Emma Stone, I keep wanting to say Emma Watson. Emma Stone is the actor, but yeah.
Next category
is sound editing. And you can handle this one because I don't really know anything about sound editing. But in this category are Arrival, Deepwater Horizon, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, and Sully.
So sound editing is, as Wikipedia tells us, a creative, sound editor is a creative professional responsible for selecting and assembling sound recordings in preparation for the final sound mix and mastering. Alright, so sound editing is when you get the elements that will create the final mix. Alright. So in film, what happens is that the different elements would be edited. So you have the dialogue, you have atmosphere, you have sound effects, and you have Foley, which are all made into like 4 tracks. And the final process of recording would be someone in charge of all 4 stations, dialogue, and music as well. Right? The 4, I think they're 4. The 5 stations, and then they play back everything and they record it, and that's what they call re-recording in post-production. But anyhow, film editing is when you grab these elements together. So for example, Jurassic Park, the sound of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I believe, was a fighter jet, it was a lion, a donkey, some other thing.
I think an elephant.
Something like that. And they created the sound for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's sound editing, sound effects editing, right? So the using of different elements to create the final mix. And in my opinion, having not seen behind the scenes and understanding the complexities of of the recording that went into like Saving Private Ryan, I think the best sound editing should go to Hacksaw Ridge. The editing of the sound for that film was remarkable, right? And I only heard it in stereo. I only heard it on left or right, and it was amazing. I could only imagine what it sounded like in Atmos or 7:1 surround sound. Alright, another film that also did great in sound editing, in my opinion, was Arrival. I think that was pretty good, but I think that Hacksaw Ridge will win best sound editing.
Okay, moving on, because I have no opinion on this, because as I said, I know nothing about sound editing. The next one is sound mixing, and before we get on to that, explain what's the difference between sound editing and sound mixing.
I did earlier. Sound editing is finding the elements that make up the different sounds within the film. Sound mixing is how the different elements of dialogue and the music and sound effects and Foley and atmosphere are balanced together to create the final mastered mix.
Oh, okay. You didn't single out that one part as mixing. I don't remember.
Oh, well, yeah, that is mixing.
Okay.
Mixing is the combination of those 5 elements. So after they're edited, they have the mix together to make one coherent sound mix.
Okay, so the nominees here are Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
Of all these films, the only one I saw in surround sound was Rogue One. I think it was alright. But I do not know who's gonna win this because I have no historical data, so to speak, on how they go about determining what has the best sound mix. I'll have to refer to those people who are much, much more advanced than me. But I would say that either Hacksaw Ridge or Rogue One may win best sound mixing. Yeah? I'm still a little pleb in the sound mixing world.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next category is visual effects, and here we have Deepwater Horizon, Doctor Strange, The Jungle Book, Kubo and the Two Strings, and Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Me, I can't choose between Doctor Strange and The Jungle Book. If I had to pick, which honestly I just said I can't choose, I want to go with Jungle Book just because the whole thing is basically visual effects except for the little boy, and those animals look so real, like so real.
I do think that the animals, I did see parts of the Jungle Book, I do think the animals within Jungle Book are very realistic, but is that all they look for in best visual effects?
No, not really, but I mean, it looks so real. But then Doctor Strange was so like trippy, and I don't know. And then the use of visual effects in those two movies is so different, and they're both so good. It's like, how do you choose?
Why did you not mention Rogue One?
Because there was this one point in Rogue One with the tentacle monster that I just thought did not look good at all. It didn't, yeah, to me. Like when the tentacle monster was wrapping its tentacles around the guy that defected from the Empire, it just like those tentacles didn't look like they blended into the environment to me. They stood out to me. I don't know if they look bad to anyone else, but yeah, they didn't look good to me.
I don't think I'm a very good judge of visual effects because it didn't phase. First of all, it didn't look like it was not real to me. Firstly, because what the heck does an animal like that look like in reality? We don't know.
No, it's
so
not
my
that
thing
it
is
didn't
that when
look
someone
real.
says, "Oh, it doesn't look real," it doesn't look real to me. Like, what is your reference?
But it's not that it didn't look real. The visual effects didn't look like they were incorporated into the scene seamlessly. If you get me.
Nope.
It stood out to me.
You have to explain. I personally think I'm not very good at identifying bad CG.
Okay.
And that's my downfall. But I think, in the terms of narrative, I think Rogue One did very well, especially with the eye reactions from K2SO. I would say, even though it is mocap, I would hold some very heavy weight for Rogue One because of the way K2SO's eyes move.
Well, and also they had two, one major and one just like showed up at the end with Princess Leia, but they did have two characters that were full CG pretty much.
They brought from the dead.
Yeah,
they are going to win it.
Okay, okay.
What?
I actually forgot about that until just now.
They brought our characters from the dead.
Yeah.
And it was. You didn't even realize until I told you.
I didn't. I did. Okay. I will forgive them the tentacle monster because of that.
They are going to win it.
Yeah, probably. I actually totally forgot about that.
Yeah. No, and even if they don't win it, they have to get like an what's called it now? An achievement award? Yeah. Oh, come on. I can't believe we forgot that.
Okay, Rogue One it is.
What's next?
For film editing, the next category, we have Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, La La Land, and Moonlight.
Again, I don't know how to judge best film editing. How does one judge what is best film editing? Because first of all,
editing isn't supposed to be noticeable. So then how do you...
I disagree. It depends on what you're trying. It depends on what you're trying to do.
Well, true.
Hollywood editing is not supposed to be noticeable. Classical Hollywood editing is not supposed to be noticeable. But if you're doing things like French
New Wave,
if you're doing French New Wave, you want the editing to be noticeable.
True.
So how do we determine what is the best film editing? Secondly, we do not know what ended up on the cutting room floor. You see, we don't know what mess somebody had to deal with to fix this film to make it a great film. So how do you determine what is best film editing?
Well, just based on the film as was, released, and how the editing affects the pacing and the flow of the narrative and the narrative as a whole, I guess. And in that aspect, I would say my pick as favorite and my pick to win would be Arrival, because how Arrival was constructed, which I think has to do with the editing. It was like very important to the narrative and the twist at the end.
I disagree with you on one thing there. You said it has to do with how it was edited. I believe that structure was in the script.
Well, that's true.
So my thing is now, how do we separate what was in the script from what was edited?
Yeah.
I do not know how to determine what is best film editing. But for me, I think...
But wait, it explains what I'm trying to say better than I can say. I saw this video, I cannot remember who did the video, that explained how Arrival kind of uses the cool shot effect, not on a shot by shot basis, but on a scene by scene basis, to make the audience think that what they're seeing here is directly linked to what they see following it, when it's not.
Yes, I saw that video as well. But what I'm saying now is that narrative construction
is in the script.
I didn't read the script. It could be very much in the script. So why would we give the editor the award for something that is very script based? But either way, I think Arrival may too. With that in mind, I do think that Arrival may win the Oscar for best editing, film editing as well. My favorite film of all these films here is Hacksaw Ridge. So
mine too.
I said Hacksaw Ridge should win. I would like Hacksaw Ridge to win, but I do believe that Arrival may win this category.
At another category, I think Arrival will win is the next one, which is cinematography. Along with Arrival, there's La La Land, Lion, Moonlight, and Silence.
Now, we can judge cinematography on a technical and
very much so,
and emotional level. Let us first say that I believe that La La Land is going to win this category. Why? Because Matt Pat's video told us whoever wins the Critics' Choice Award usually wins best cinematography, and La La Land won the Critics' Choice Awards for best cinematography.
Yeah.
All right, let's go all the way down.
But Arrival wasn't as pretty as La La Land.
No, it was not.
But Arrival, well, I guess you could say the same thing for La La Land too, actually. But Arrival, it just like it fit the mood, I guess. But that's what cinematography is supposed to do. In any case,
I do think La La Land has the best visuals of all these films. Arrival just seems very, very dark all the time.
That's the point.
I guess well, perhaps, but I didn't like it. I'm not asking for something that exposed like a commercial, but
maybe I'm just partial to Arrival because, like, of all the films in this category, Arrival's my favorite.
Oh, perhaps.
Bias.
Lion had very traditional cinematography.
Yeah, the cinematography in that is standout to me.
Moonlight looked like it was shot on an iPhone. Which is not a bad thing, but
Not at all.
I don't know. Although the opening scene was very interesting. He comes up the car, and the camera circles them.
In that very Michael Bay Bad Boys type.
Well, not really, but I guess. But they circled
That's
them.
what it made me think of.
I don't know why they did that, but I guess that was significant for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand the significance of that
Yeah,
either.
I guess I'll have to watch it a few more times to get it.
Yeah, but we aren't huge fans of Moonlight.
I didn't really like Moonlight.
We do.
It was narratively weak for me. I believe La La Land is going to win the Oscar for it, because it is pretty.
Very pretty. Okay, agree to disagree. We'll see who's right. Maybe we'll both be wrong. We don't know.
Maybe.
So, next category is adapted screenplay. And in this category,
She's a writer. That's why she has writing more important than cinematography and editing. We know the writing is just crap. Once we got a basic story, we don't need a script. We just built that thing up to let the actors improvise.
I agree.
Yeah.
But still, adapted screenplay. We have Arrival, Fences, Hidden Figures, Lion, and Moonlight. How do you judge that? Well, you would have to see the screenplay and know the original work, would you?
I guess, but let's be real. Ain't nobody voting for this.
That read the original
all
work
these
to
books.
evaluate.
No way.
Well, Fences is a stage play novel.
Fences is a stage play, and the adaptation was poor because it felt like another stage play just on film.
Agreed.
So
It was very theatrical. There's nothing wrong with the film being theatrical, but Fences felt like they just put the actors in locations and had them do what they did on stage.
Yep, that's exactly
It wasn't cinematic at all.
Not at all.
Not that I don't like Fences. I didn't have a bad time watching it. I wouldn't say I would watch it again. I didn't really like Denzel in it. He pretty much drove the whole thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
His performance in it was really good.
Yeah.
We didn't get there yet.
Hidden Figures. I think it was well written. But yeah, I think it was well written. The final product, I don't think that the tone of it really fit the kind of film it was. It felt a little too jokey.
At times, yeah.
Than to be the more serious film that the story is. Felt a little too jokey in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. I do like a little. I don't want to say that they take itself too seriously, but it didn't take itself too seriously, which I like, especially dealing with the subject matter. I think when we talk,
and you thought it was gonna be preachy.
Yeah, I did think it was gonna be preachy. It was a little too preachy, but not preachy to where it made me cringe. I would watch Hidden Figures again.
Me too.
Which is not something I say very regularly. And I think it is because it didn't take itself too seriously, and it didn't. The black women did not see themselves as victims.
Very true.
Which is what I think I liked.
Yeah.
Right? And they took agency over their destiny, especially when Octavia Spencer. Is that a film she is not in?
She is the female Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't know. Jackson and nowhere close. I bet like if I watch back my film, she's probably somewhere in my films.
We have to look up their IMDb credits and see who's been in more films.
Yeah, but I guess it speaks to the reality of these women. She was not like, oh no, we're gonna lose these jobs now. What we gonna do? No, she was like, aha, I'm gonna learn this new IBM computer.
Yeah, of all those, she was my favorite because she like took charge of everything and made sure she put herself in a position to be hired now that she knows that her job is going to be cut. She made herself, not just herself, but the rest of her team essential to the organization.
Exactly, and I love that. Right? It's not preachy, and it shows that black people have agency and initiative over their lives, and they don't need to sit down and cry to a white man to feel.
Yes,
better.
And it's a film about black people that was nominated for an Oscar that has nothing to do with slavery.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Like Moonlight also, but yeah.
I don't really like Moonlight though. That really
so Hidden Figures is your pick for adapted screenplay?
No, it's not.
Oh, really? You praised it so highly.
Because I liked it.
Okay. My pick.
I didn't like Moonlight. Full stop. I didn't care what happened to that.
My pick is Arrival. Probably because again, bias. But I just like how you were saying for film editing. Like what I was saying will make it way for film editing. How you were saying that is in the script.
Mm-hmm.
I would use that again for Arrival.
I'm actually thinking about Lion.
I didn't like the structure of Lion.
You mean that half the film was set up?
Yes, half the film was just like backstory, or maybe even more than half the film was just backstory for when he was grown up. And I understand like the whole flashback technique is like everyone does it and it's a little bit overused, but I think I would.
In my opinion, for you to win an Oscar, you need to use the flashback technique. Have you looked at all these films that have won Oscars? You have to use the flashback technique. That's the first criteria to win an Oscar.
But my thing with Lion is like I would have liked it more if it started with him as an adult and we got to see like the entire film was about the journey of him finding his family back in India, instead of like half the film being about how he wound up in Australia and the next half being him finding them, because it kind of felt like the second half was rushed a little bit, whereas they took their time with the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little underwhelmed and disappointed that his entire journey to finding them was one day he just went on Google Maps and like took the suggestion his friend said after like 5 years later. Like it wasn't like an active search, and if that's what happened in real life, I think they could have taken liberties with that and made it more exciting and entertaining, instead of like he saw what are the things called again? Those little red fry things, and then he had a flashback to his childhood, and then his friend was like, well, maybe you should do this thing with Google Maps, and he's like, nah, and then 5 years later he just starts doing it. I don't know, I think that could have, I don't like the structure, and I think the whole journey of him finding his family in India could have been more exciting.
I really don't know which one to call for best adapted screenplay. Not Fences, not Moonlight.
My pick is Arrival.
For
like
me,
you never know, Fences might get it. I don't know, for some reason I feel like Fences will get it.
I don't even feel they adapted the screenplay.
The stage play?
I don't think they adapted the stage play.
It didn't feel that way at all. Maybe they changed the stage direction to suit film. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel they just took the stage play and just like, alright fam, these are the locations, we can shoot here.
There was really only one location.
Yeah. Which I don't mind, which I personally like as a filmmaking technique as a beginner, as a poor filmmaker. But not Fences for me, not Moonlight at all. So for me it's among Lion, Hidden Figures, and Arrival.
Yeah.
Just because I like it and I will watch again, I will say Hidden Figures. But I think that Lion may win it.
Fair.
I think Lion may win it, but my favorite is Hidden Figures.
My favorite is Arrival.
Original screenplay, La La Land. Let's move on.
Well, along with La La Land, in the category of original screenplay, Hell or High Water,
Which I loved. I love that film.
The Lobster, Manchester by the Sea, and 20th Century Women.
I loved Hell or High Water
I have to watch it again.
because, and very interestingly, it feels very empty, like middle of nowhere. But I hated middle of nowhere, and I loved Hell or High Water. So I don't know why.
I don't know, Hell or High Water, I just didn't really connect with it. Like it like watching the trailers, like this is the kind of film that I would like, but then I watched it and I don't know, it just didn't resonate with me really. Like, I love the story, I love the reason why they did everything they did, I love that his brother is just like crazy, but I don't know, it just didn't resonate with me.
I loved Hell or High Water. Would I watch it again? Not really. Not as much as Hidden Figures. I would watch Hidden Figures again. I think actually it's the only film on this list that I may actually rewatch. Maybe Hacksaw Ridge as well.
Hacksaw Ridge is amazing. I love Hacksaw Ridge.
Even La La Land. I don't really care about rewatching La La Land.
I won't watch La La Land again either.
Yeah, but I would rewatch. Maybe I would rewatch Hell or High Water. Very good.
Well, my favorite for original screenplay would be The Lobster, just because I love how absolutely ridiculous and absurd and awkward it is. Like, I just like weird, quirky, totally left of field movies, so like Lobster is my kind of thing. I don't think it will win though. I think it will be La La Land because it's La La Land.
Land as well.
Yeah.
What's the next category?
Right, so the next category is Best Supporting Actor. And in Best Supporting Actor, we have Mahershala Ali, I hope I pronounced that right, in Moonlight, Jeff Bridges in Hell or High Water, Lucas Hedges in Manchester by the Sea, Dev Patel in Lion, and Michael Shannon in Nocturnal Animals. I say Michael Shannon in Nocturnal Animals. He was awesome in Nocturnal Animals. Yeah. But it'll probably be Jeff Bridges in Hell or High Water. I don't know why I think it will be him. I just think Hollywood loves Jeff Bridges, to be honest. I really do.
I would work with him.
But my favorite is Michael Shannon. I thought Ali would have been in Moonlight more.
He was barely in the film. How did he get he and Janelle Monáe.
Well, she was in it more than he was.
No, but what I'm saying is that they both appear in two films that are Oscar nominated for Best Picture.
Man, what other film was he in?
He is also in Hidden Figures as the Colonel.
Oh yes, he
and
is.
And Janelle Monáe is in the film as well.
Yeah.
I just thought when I saw that I was like, yo, that's so cool, because I watched these two films right after each other.
Me too.
And I was like, oh man, that is so cool. Right, I had to watch Moonlight for it because I know it's gonna be a drag. I knew Hidden Figures was gonna be good. So and I was like, oh man, they're both in the same film. Yeah,
see, this is gonna be an opportunity where they could have gotten 2 nominations for different films.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Does that ever happen? The same actor for 2 different films in the same category?
Maybe unlikely. He is a good actor, but what do they look for in a great supporting character is one, I believe, that improves on the emotional connection of the audience to the main character.
And I think that's what Michael Shannon and Jeff Bridges do in Nocturnal Animals and Hell or High Water.
I think Manchester by the Sea was an okay film. It was very meh.
Yeah, I was a little bored watching it.
I wasn't bored, but I think it was a bit meh. I don't know what is so great about it. I don't know who I'd choose, but I guess I would go with Jeff. I have 9 out of 10 for Jeff Bridges, which is the highest. I think it would be Jeff Bridges with Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
And how old is Michael Shannon?
Gosh, he has to be like in his mid 50s, maybe? I feel like he's younger than I think he is.
Actually, Michael Shannon maybe. I think, yeah, we could both call the Oscar for Michael Shannon.
Yeah. Okay, next category is Best Supporting Actress. And for that, we have Viola Davis in Fences, Naomi Harris in Moonlight, Nicole Kidman in Lion, Octavia Spencer in Hidden Figures, and Michelle Williams in Manchester by the Sea.
This is not racist. I know a black woman going to win it this year.
My pick would be Octavia Spencer.
I think so too. But she has one already.
Does she?
I think so. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. Let's check.
But again, her character was my favorite character.
I think she had
in
one
Hidden
for
Figures.
that film that she pulled in the thing.
The Help.
Yeah, the Help. I think it's either going to be between
Her and Viola Davis.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning more towards Viola Davis will win.
Viola Davis' character is one from a stage play, and the actors are going to eat that up.
Yeah.
But I think Octavia Spencer's character was more instrumental in developing the relationship between the audience and the main character.
Yep.
And I think...
And she played more of an active role within the story also.
I agree. So I wouldn't be surprised if Viola Davis wins the Oscar, but I'm calling it for Octavia Spencer.
Me too.
Next.
So next is actor in a leading role. And we have Casey Affleck for Manchester by the Sea, Andrew Garfield in Hacksaw Ridge, Ryan Gosling in La La Land, Viggo Mortensen in Captain Fantastic, and Denzel Washington in Fences. I want Andrew Garfield to win, but they do not give Oscars to young people.
Denzel Washington will get his second Oscar.
I think it will go to Denzel
because
Washington.
Ryan Gosling is 36 and Andrew Garfield is 33.
If I had to pick between Andrew Garfield and Ryan Gosling, I would still pick Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Casey, Manchester by the Sea, I don't know how this get nominated for so many Oscars. What is so great about Manchester by the Sea?
I don't know. Maybe we don't see what makes it special, but it wasn't a great film to me.
It was not all that to me. And I would like Andrew Garfield to win it, but I do believe that then Denzel Washington will win his second Oscar.
Me too. The next category is actress in a leading role. And we have Isabel Huppert in Elle, Ruth Negga in Loving, Natalie Portman in Jackie, Emma Stone in La La Land, and Meryl Streep in Florence Foster Jenkins.
Meryl Streep don't need any more Oscars.
Does she always get nominated and not win?
I think she has 6 Oscars.
Does she? How many times has she been nominated? 18, 20?
How you know you know who's Meryl Streep?
So who am I confusing her with then?
Meryl Streep?
No, there is somebody that has a ton of nominations.
She also has a ton of nominations.
So it's her too.
She's won 3 Oscars. 3 Oscars. Nominated 2007, 2015, 2014, 2012, 2010, 2009, 2007, 2003, 2002.
She's always nominated.
Man love Meryl Streep, me.
But then they don't love her enough to let her win.
She's won 3 times.
Well, true, but given all
she's
of those
won more than
nominations.
other people have been nominated. Come on.
Okay.
Meryl Streep.
Fine. I honestly don't know who I think will win in this category. I don't even really have a favorite. I would say Meryl Streep is my favorite just because it's Meryl Streep. Everybody loves Meryl Streep. But I don't know who I have to win this. I really, really don't.
I think Emma Stone may win it for La La Land because it is A, La La Land, B, she did a lot of work and her character is very relatable in the film. I think that Emma Stone is going to win it. Although Emma Stone is rather young.
Yeah.
She is young. But they're more likely to give a young female
Wait.
under 40 or over 50.
Was it an Oscar or a Golden Globe that Anna Paquin had won for the piano? And was it for lead actress or was it supporting actress? Because she won that when she was 8.
No idea.
Google.
The youngest person to have won an Oscar, I think,
So maybe it was the Golden Globe. Yeah. Because I know, or was it Tatum O'Neal who won an award when she was 8? It's either Anna Paquin or Tatum O'Neal. And I can't remember if it's for leading actress or supporting. Okay, so it was
10.
Tatum O'Neal at 10 for supporting actress. Okay.
She had to do one hell of a job.
Yeah, her career, I don't know what Wisconsin said because I don't really know her except from like gossip magazines for, The next category is directing. For that we have Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. I want Hacksaw Ridge to get it because I'm biased and I love Hacksaw Ridge.
I don't give Hacksaw Ridge best directing because it's not unique enough. First of all, it looks like if Clint Eastwood directed that film.
Yeah.
It looks like a Clint Eastwood
Yeah.
film. And when I found out it was
Mel Gibson.
What? Nah, B? No, this is Clint Eastwood that directed this film, man. I had to play for.
Well, I was the Hacksaw Ridge because, again, biased.
Hacksaw Ridge will not win it.
But I think it will probably be Arrival or La La Land.
It's not going to be. I'm telling you, it's going to be La La Land because La La Land won the Golden Globe and the Directors Guild Award for Best Directing.
Fair enough.
So it is La La Land, no doubt about it. Manchester by the Sea, I don't know when I can freaking get nominated for anything. Moonlight, nah, fam.
Yeah.
Arrival, not really to me either. So it was between Hacksaw Ridge and La La Land, and La La Land has a Golden Globe and the DGA award.
But people have been talking about the director for Arrival for so long, though. That's why. I mean, I do ultimately think it'll be La La Land, but that's why I threw in Arrival because, like, people talking about a lot. I cannot pronounce his last name. Not for the life of me, so I will not try. But you know who the man is. Denny something.
Next.
So, last category. The big one. Best Picture. Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
The Oscar will go to Lion.
Why do you say that?
Google Trends. Have y'all not watched the Matt Pat video?
I did. I did.
Google Trends tells me Lion is going to win. Slumdog Millionaire tells me that Lion is going to win. It
reminded me very much of Slumdog Millionaire, and they just so happened to share the same lead actor with telling similar stories of little boys who got lost in India.
Well, not really. Slumdog Millionaire was not about someone that got lost in India. It featured a part of it.
Well, yeah. But that's like the only similarity the story shares.
Yeah.
I want it to be Hacksaw Ridge. Like, of all of these films.
Alright, let's go by process of elimination. Which is least likely to win? Moonlight, because it's crap.
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea also coming up.
Hidden Figures.
Nah, boy, we can't knock off so soon.
Hell or High Water then?
Yeah, Hell or High Water. That's not that off too.
Fences.
That's a stage play, ain't that happening?
Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay.
No, Arrival. I'll put Arrival before
before.
Hacksaw Ridge. And yeah, but I want Hacksaw Ridge. Like, of all the films on this list, Hacksaw Ridge was the one that I enjoyed watching the most. Like, not just like, it was very well made, it was very well acted, but in terms of enjoyment, that's the best way I can put it. I really enjoyed watching it, and it affected me on an emotional level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really like Arrival because to me Arrival is just kind of like clever and smart, and it's very thematic, although like one of the themes, the main theme, it like hits you over the head with it in like every scene because the character says something that is like, this is what this film is about. But of all of them, like, Hacksaw Ridge is just my favorite. Like, the others, like, Arrival was like a slow build of me like growing to appreciate, like, as it went on, and then it had a twist, and then it ended, and then everything just how like everything wrapped up. Like, with Arrival, the ending is what sold me on it more than the film as a whole. Hacksaw Ridge, it was the film as a whole from beginning to end.
I don't see Arrival as a film people talking about in the future. to be fair, I don't see anybody talking about Spotlight either. I don't think Spotlight is that great, but it's the one.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would already be surprised if Hidden Figures win, you know.
Me neither.
This year, looking at it, this year's a really tight year in terms of who's going to win. It's not a very wide field. These films are all pretty good, except Moonlight and
Manchester by the Sea.
Those two suck. The remainder, although Moonlight won the Golden Globe,
It did.
I think that Moonlight did win the Golden Globe, but Golden Globe is not a good indicator. I really think that Lion may win it because it has a lot of heart and it's the kind of film that the Academy likes, but the Academy added 600 diverse people last year. That really makes a difference. I really wouldn't be surprised if Hidden Figures wins. That would not surprise me. What would surprise me if it wins was Moonlight. Moonlight sucks. I don't know if people like it. And by voting for Lion, you still vote for a good film and still you get to feel diverse.
Yeah, like you give a colored person a chance.
Yeah, I think it's ironic because these black people making all the noise and the Indians are winning.
Still no Asians though.
I am going to say that the winner is going to be Lion.
Same, but I would really like Hacksaw Ridge to win. That's my favorite.
But
of
hey,
all these films,
that's
Hacksaw Ridge.
a theory, a film theory. No, me again soon. Yeah, so Lion. I call it for Lion.
This has been Popdown Podcast. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.